He says Bismillah before betrayal, but Allah is not mocked. What if the most sacred word is turning into a witness against you? This video will stir your heart in ways you never expected. So please, support our journey. Subscribe, like, help us create even more impactful reminders for your soul. Jazakallahu khairan. Wait, you hear it everywhere. Bismillah in the boardroom. Bismillah before she posts a selfie. Bismillah before someone lies, cheats, sins. But what if the angels didn't write it down? What if that sacred word meant to summon the presence of the most merciful was said in vain? There are moments in your life when your mouth moves, but your heart is empty. And the angels, they don't record empty words, because Allah sees what's hidden behind your tongue. The Prophet Salla Allahu said, "A time will come when people will recite the Quran, but it won't go beyond their throats." Now ask yourself, have you just said Bismillah, or have you meant it? You woke up this morning and said Bismillah as you opened your phone. You scrolled past haram images. You shared a joke laced with sin. And yet, you whispered the name of Allah at the start. Do you think the angels wrote it down as a good deed? You see, the angels don't just listen to your words. They observe your intention. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi said, "Verily, deeds are judged by intentions." When you say Bismillah before sinning, it's not a blessing. It's a mockery, a painful contradiction that pierces the unseen world. Now imagine this. A man enters a gathering. He says Bismillah and begins to gossip. He backbites. He slanders. The angels are silent. Not because they didn't hear, but because what they heard was hollow. There's a woman who says Bismillah before posting a video that reveals her aura. She smiles, she feels confident, she thinks the word of God protects her. But do you really think the one who commands modesty would be pleased? Bismillah is not a fashion trend. It's not a brand. It is a summon to witness. When the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam began any action, he said it with a trembling heart, because he was aware that the name of Allah meant divine accountability. It meant, "O Allah, I begin this with your name, and I know you are watching." Yet today, people begin haram businesses, shady contracts, or TikTok dances with Bismillah. What are we doing? The Quran says, "Do not take the name of Allah in vain." Now picture a different scene. A boy is sitting alone, no camera, no audience, just him, crying, whispering Bismillah, and with every tear the pen writes, not just his word, but his sincerity. The angels are moved, because now the heart is speaking. This is what the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam meant when he said, "Sometimes a person utters a word so pleasing to Allah that He raises him to degrees of paradise, even though he did not think much of it." But beware, there's another man. He says Bismillah before abuse, before betrayal, before oppression. He thinks the word will cleanse the deed, but Allah is not mocked. Every time you say Bismillah without presence, without awe, without truth, you're building a case against yourself. Because the tongue is a witness, and Allah will make it speak on the day of judgment. So imagine your own tongue testifying. He said Bismillah before zina. She said Bismillah before envy. They used Allah's name without reverence. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam wept when he heard these verses, and they did not appraise Allah with true appraisal. This is in Surah Az-Zumar, chapter 39, verse 67. If you truly understood Bismillah, you'd tremble before saying it. You'd pause. You'd cleanse your heart. You'd mean every letter. So the next time you say it like it's your last. Because maybe the next time the angels will write it down. And maybe it'll be your salvation.